it's me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I hope you're all having an amazing day whatever it is you're doing. And yes, welcome back to another Meals I Made This Week video. This is now the third in the series that I've done, so if you haven't seen the others yet, please go and check them out. They're amazing. I absolutely love the dishes that I'm showing you in these videos, and yeah, this week is no different. I'm super excited. Some of them are super simple, super easy, just regular meals that most people do in their home, with a few twists and turns chucked in there as well. All super reasonable budgets, all between sort of £4 to £6 per meal, which again, I'm absolutely loving, trying to keep these low cost dinners, because even if the top of the budget sort of £7 a meal, if you're doing 7 times 7 a week, that's sort of £49 a week for all of your meals. And if you've seen a couple of my videos, you guys know that I do huge portions, so you can always cut down the portion sizes as well if you don't eat as much as myself and my kids. I've been loving showing you budget friendly meals, and I'm going to continue to do so. I also do have this series in conjunction with my weekly food shop hauls, so I do also show you exactly what I buy on a weekly basis, everything that I buy for these meals, as well as everything else I buy for my house. So if you want to see my weekly food shop hauls, then please do check out that series as well. If you enjoy the video, guys, please like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's dive in and see what I cooked on Monday. It is Monday morning, guys, and I'm just about to prep my cowboy pie for dinner tonight. So I'm going to do all the cooking now, then it's going to be popped into an oven-proof dish, and then I'm just going to cook it for about half an hour later on this evening after the school run. So let's run through the ingredients and price of this total meal. We're going to be using half a bag of these light and fluffy Marie Piper potatoes, roughly about 1 kilo, and that's going to be 90p worth. We've then got a packet of 3 bell peppers. That comes to £1.59. I'm then going to use 2 small onions. Now this is from a kilo bag of onions that's 99p, so this comes to approximately 20p. We've then got our Richmond 12 thick pork sausages. I'm going to only use 10 of these, making it £1.45, and then I'm going to pack the rest in the freezer for later in the week. I've then got some cheese that I'm going to use. I'm going to use 33p worth, so about 50 grams. I've then got some Worcester sauce, again 2 tablespoons worth, so 24p, and then I'm going to use 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, which is approximately 36p. Then got chopped tomatoes, which is 45p, and then I've got 2 tins of baked beans, which comes to 80p, because a 4-pack of these is £1.60 from Asda, so 80p, 45p. Bargain. Yeah, so the total cost of this meal altogether, guys, is £6.32. Absolutely incredible value for the quantity that we're going to get, which we're going to see soon. But yeah, let's dive in and start cooking. First step is the potatoes. We're going to peel, chop and boil these first and foremost. So that is the potatoes all prepped. I've just put them in cold water, added a dash of salt. I'm going to boil these now until they are mashable, and while they're boiling, I'm going to be getting on with the rest. Next up, I'm just going to be heating up some olive oil into a big, deep pan. Then I'm going to be adding 10 sausages to this and letting that cook for 10 minutes on sort of a low to medium heat. Sausages are sizzling in the pan, and I'm just going to chop up the 3 peppers and the 2 onions, and we're just going to chop these up into large chunks now. Just like that, guys, that is my veg all prepped and ready to go. My sausages have another 5 minutes on them, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to use some scissors and I'm going to cut them into thirds. And then after I've cut them into thirds, we're going to be adding the veg in for another 7 to 10 minutes to cook. So that is the sausages all chopped up and the veg all added. And like I said, we're going to cook this now for a further 10 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next step. It already smells and looks incredible. Potatoes are almost ready, so I'll be mashing those shortly. But for now, this is looking ready. So we are going to start adding in all the exciting stuff now. Starting with the 2 tins of baked beans first. Now to this, we're going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. and 2 tablespoons of the Worcester sauce, and we're going to give that a good mix up and then cook that for 5 minutes. That is now ready, so we're going to transfer this over to our oven-proof dishes. Just like that, and like I said, this does make a lot, so I'm going to have enough mashed potato to put over both of these as well. So yeah, let's move on to making the mashed potato, guys. I've just turned these off of the heat. I'm just going to drain them and then pop them back into the saucepan. Now I'm just going to quickly mash these all up with my potato masher. Now that's all mashed up, I'm going to add 2 sort of wooden spoons worth of butter, a splash of milk and a generous helping of salt and pepper to this now, and then we're going to give that all a big mix. Just for reference, that's the kind of quantity of butter I like to add to my mashed potato. Very buttery. That's our smooth and creamy mashed potato done, and we're just going to top our pies with this now. Once I've smoothed out the mash, I really like to just use a fork to create these little like grooves. It makes it have like a cute design, but also it makes the top that bit crispier when you put the cheese on top. It's delicious. I'm just going to do the same on this one now. Now that is all the meal prep done until later on now this evening. This will go into the oven for about half an hour. Before it goes in, I'll grate a little bit of mature cheddar cheese on top before it goes into the oven. So yeah, I'll check back in with you this evening, guys, when we're popping it in the oven. It's the evening time now. I've just popped a little bit of grated cheese on top of both of these. I'm going to pop them both in the oven for half an hour on gas mark 7, and then I'll be back in a bit to serve. Fresh out the oven, and I'm just serving up for me and the kids now. That is my dinner served. I'm so excited. It smells incredible, guys. And for the kids, I've got Tyler's, Liam's and Ava's here as well. I've also got enough left over for a lunch portion for tomorrow. We've gone through 1.5, but yeah, I've got enough for a lunch portion for me and Ava tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's Monday night's dinner served, guys. Gonna go and enjoy this now, and I'll catch you later in the week. Tuesday evening now, and we've got a super simple, quick and easy dinner tonight, guys. I'm gonna be making a prawn and pepper Chinese style curry with some prawn crackers and rice. Super simple. Gonna be using these cooked and peeled cold water prawns that are £2.80. They're already cooked, so we just need to literally be warming them through. Gonna be using a bell pepper for 53p. We're gonna be using this Chinese style curry cooking sauce, £1.10. We're going to be having a bag of prawn crackers, £1.20, and we're going to be using 50p worth of Asda basmati rice, making this dinner a total of £6.13. And in my opinion, it's super easy, super quick, perfect for a midweek after school dinner, which is exactly what we're using it for today. So yeah, let's dive in, let's get cooking. First step, I'm going to put my rice cooker on with my rice. So yeah, that's just going to sit and cook. And I've just boiled my kettle as well. Just going to chop up my bell pepper now, and then pop that in a bowl with some boiling water over the top of it. Just like that, and I'm going to pour the water over the top until it's covering it. I'm just going to set that aside for 5 to 8 minutes. Now to a saucepan, we're going to add our Chinese style curry cooking sauce. Also just going to put a little bit of water in here, swizzle it around, get all that sauce off the sides and pour that in here as well. And then to this, we're just going to add our cooked, peeled cold water prawns. And then we're going to add in our softened bell peppers. So we've just drained these off. I'm just going to add these in now. Then we're going to give this all a mix up and then a gentle simmer for 10 minutes. If you wanted to bulk this up with some more vegetables as well, that's completely possible. You could add some spinach at this point, or if you wanted some onions and mushrooms, you could have put them in and fried them up before adding the sauce and the prawns. But yeah, loads of different variations that you can do for your own personal taste, but this is just what I want to do this evening. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for this to simmer now for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to serve up the rice and the prawn crackers. And that is my dinner served. Let's quickly show what the kids' portions are looking like. So this is Tyler's, this is Liam's, and this is Ava's, like a mini prawn one. She doesn't have any peppers in hers because she really can't handle peppers yet, so I just cut up some tomatoes and cucumber, which are her favourite little side dishes, and we're going to try her on prawn crackers for the first time, which is so cute. But yeah, guys, that is the kids' dinners, and this one's my one, and we're going to go and enjoy this now, guys, and I'll catch you later on in the week when we're making some more dinners. Thursday evening and we're doing jacket potatoes today, guys. I've got 6 potatoes, that comes to £1.19 for me and all the kids, and then I've got various different toppings that we're going to be doing. So I'm using 65p's worth of ham and 60p worth of cheese, 1.5 tins of beans I'm going to use, so 60p's worth, and then the other half I'm going to save some cheese toasties or something for me later on in the week. And then I'm having tuna mayo with my jacket potatoes, so I'm going to be using 1/3 of the jar of mayo, so that's 40p. Then I've got a 10p onion, half the pepper left over from yesterday, so 30p, and then 1 tin of tuna, which is 69p. So yeah, all in all, guys, our jacket potatoes with the 3 different toppings for all of us fussy lot comes to £4.53. So yeah, another really well priced meal. We're gonna have loads of food from this, so let's start cooking, guys. Right, so first things first, with my jacket potatoes, I will preheat my oven to the highest possible setting that it will go. We want the oven as hot as it will possibly get, so that's preheating as we speak. I also will cook my jacket potatoes on this grill tray, so I'll make sure that they are on sort of a wire rack so that the heat circulates and they are cooked evenly all over. They will be turned halfway through as well. What I'm going to do now, just to prep them before they go into the oven, is prick them all over with a fork, and yeah, after that they will be going straight into the oven as they are. So literally getting a fork, getting a potato and simply stabbing it and pricking it all over, and then just placing it on the wire rack, and we will do this for all the potatoes, and then we will be putting them straight into the oven as they are for 25 minutes, and then when they come out I will show you what we're going to do next. Right, so while the potatoes are cooking, I've just popped my beans into a microwave pot ready for later. I'm just about to make my tuna mayo, so I'm going to add 1/3 of this tub into this bowl to start with. Now I'm just going to open and drain this tuna chunks in spring waters tin, and add that into there as well. Now I'm just going to mix all this up together. Now I'm just going to take some of this out and put this aside for my 1-year-old, just a few spoonfuls to go with her dinner, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up the pepper and onion really finely and add that in as well. That is that with the peppers and the onions all mixed in, and then I've also grated and chopped up the ham. Potatoes have been in for 25 minutes now, so let's take them out. They are looking amazing and crispy already. I've just decanted some olive oil into a little tub, and I'm going to use this little silicone brush just to brush the tops of the potatoes, and then we're going to dust it with some salt and pepper and crack that on top, and then we're going to flip them over. Just like that. We're just going to flip these over now, and then we're going to do the exact same on the other side, dusting them with some olive oil and then sprinkling with salt and pepper, and then these are going to go back in the oven for another 25 minutes. These are going back in now. See you soon, my pretties. Right, jacket potatoes are out of the oven and looking amazing. I'm just going to literally cut across in the top of each one, and then pop loads of butter in and sort of swirl it and mash it up a bit, just like that. Now to one of these I'm going to add my tuna mixture, and then to the other one I'm going to add some beans and some cheese. And that is my dinner done, guys. Let me show you what I've made for the kids. Right, and this is the kids. So Tyler he wanted one that was tuna. So he's got the tuna mix on one, and then he's got beans, cheese and ham on the other. Liam doesn't like cheese or tuna, so he's just got beans and ham on his with lots of butter. And then Ava has the tuna mayo mix and some of the potato turned into mashed potato. And then she's got some of the grated cheese along with some cucumber and tomatoes. And that is the kids' dinner, guys. And yeah, guys, that is our Thursday night dinner done. We are going to go and enjoy this now, and I'll catch you tomorrow when I'm making dinner again. It is Friday evening now, guys. Last meal day for this week for this video. We've got fish and chips and peas of 2 different varieties. Then I'm also going to be making a jam sponge pudding as well, which is super exciting. I'm going to be sort of making them at the same time, so this is going to incorporate sort of both of these recipes. But let's run through the prices first. This 4 battered cod fillets from Asda is £3.75. I'm then going to be using £1.20's worth of these crispy homestyle chips from Asda, which are absolutely incredible, my favourite chips at the minute. Then got a tin of mushy peas, which are 50p, and I'm going to be using about 20p's worth of petit pois. So yeah, the total for our dinner tonight is £5.65, but again, so much cheaper than getting fish and chips from the takeaway, guys. And for the jam sponge pudding, we're going to be using 40p worth of seedless strawberry jam. We've got some best for baking spread over here, and we're going to be using 30p's worth of that, 125 grams. Then going to be using 125 grams of caster sugar, which comes to about 20p. Then got 125 grams of self-raising flour. I use the gluten-free version, but if you're not using gluten-free, you can get the cheaper alternative, but this is 15p worth. I'm then going to use 2 eggs, which comes to 46p, and then I'm going to use 15p of vanilla extract, which is about 1 teaspoon. So yeah, our total cost for our pudding tonight is £1.66. However, I will also be adding either ice cream or custard or something like that to serve, but you can just have it as a hot jam sponge on its own, but I will be adding some ice cream or custard to ours later on. Right, so let's dive in first and get the fish and the chips in the oven, and then we can start baking our sponge. Right, the oven's heated to gas mark 7. We're going to pop the fish on the top rack and the chips on the bottom for the first 25 minutes, and then we're going to flip them. I've just prepped the peas for in a little while, so I've just popped the petit pois into a little saucepan with some cold water. I've just popped the mushy peas into a bowl ready to microwave shortly. So I've just prepped the peas, now we're moving on to the prep of pudding. So I've just got this square sort of silicone cake tin here. It means that I don't really have to grease it because it pops straight out. I'm going to be using about 1/3 of this jar of seedless strawberry jam, and I'm just going to spread 1/3 of it onto the bottom of this. Just like that, got a nice thick layer of jam, and now we're going to make our cake mixture to pour on top of this. First step is to cream together 125 grams of the best for baking spread and 125 grams of the caster sugar. Now it's going to mix this both together. Now to this we're going to add 2 medium eggs and 125 grams of self-raising flour. Now to this I'm just going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And that is our sponge mix done. All we've got to do is pop it onto our jam base, and then when our dinner's finished, this is going to go in the oven and cook while we're eating so that we have a hot fresh pudding afterwards. That is pudding ready, and yeah, we're just going to finish cooking dinner now, and then we'll jump back in and finish that later on. Now it's time to swap them over. So the fish is now going to go on the bottom drawer, and I'm going to move the chips up to the top. We're about 5-10 minutes out for the fish and chips being done now, so I've just put the peas on as a low simmer. It's got cold water in it, so it's going to take a little while. So yeah, 5 to 10 minutes before. I'm just going to pop these in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then we're going to get ready to serve up. Right, so this is my dinner ready. Fish, chips and mushy peas. I'm also going to put some salt and vinegar on my chips as well, of course, to make it taste like the classic takeaway. And let's quickly show you what the kids looks like. So we've got Tyler's here, we've got Liam's here, and we've got Ava's here. I've just taken Ava's fillet out of the batter and I just ate that quickly. And Ava and Liam both have fresh petit pois, and me and Tyler both have mushy peas together. So yeah, that is the kids' portions there as well. So yeah, that is our Friday night dinner, fish and chips tea, and we are just about to put this in the oven. I've reduced the gas mark down to about gas mark 4, and I'm just going to pop this on the top shelf now, and let that cook while we are eating our dinner. And this will be ready, I don't know timings, but it's going to be ready when you can put a skewer in and it comes out clean like any other normal sponge. It's out of the oven now, and I'm just going to serve this up for pudding. So this is the kids. So Tyler's got custard with his, Liam wanted ice cream with his, and then Ava's got some with some custard as well. And this is mine served with custard, and we're going to go enjoy this now. And this is our Friday night treat, guys. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. There was a handful of dinners as well as a pudding in here. You can't go wrong with that for inspiration. Let me know what was your favourite sort of thing that you saw in this video. Like, was there anything that's inspired you? What specifically inspired you in this video? Because I know loads of you are saying that I'm giving you loads of good ideas, but I want to know specifically what is it that you're loving in this video. It'd really help me out if you did comment down below, guys. Thank you as always for all the love and support on my channel. It means the absolute world to me. Again, please do like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, guys, and I cannot wait to see you again for another video really soon. Take care. Bye.